Good evening and welcome to another live stream live from stunning Abruzzo with me, David Benton, your host this evening. Thank you and welcome. How was that for an intro? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing really well. Please write in the comments boxes, well, whichever format you're using, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, just so I know that I'm not just sat here talking to myself and the producer Tony. Speaking of which, unfortunately, we haven't got Tony and Domenico's tongue twisting trials tonight for a couple of reasons. One of them's to do with Tony's already starting with the sound effects. One of the reasons is somebody forgot to do it. And another reason is, I don't know, there's no excuses. But there you go. We'll still have fun anyway. So tonight is a new one. It is the big catch-up. It was going to be the big massive catch-up, but that'll be probably the next one. We'll do big massive catch-up. I'd like to do a few catch-up ones every now and then where we're gonna catch up with people that have that you've already seen on the live shows. That's the idea. Tonight we're going to be catching up with two people. One of them is David, who we've not seen for a long time, from Currencies Direct. He's going to be catching up, just telling us something that he couldn't do before that he can do now. And we'll have a demonstration of that as well, live demonstration. No, and then we've got Enrica. We're going to call her Enrica Lean on Me. That's a new name. So Enrica was on probably a couple of months ago now, and she helps us with the Lean on Me service. So she's coming back to say hello to everybody and tell us a few things what she's been doing for our clients, because we work together with her to do the Lean on Me service. We'll explain exactly what that is as well, and then I'm going to do a bit of a catch up probably at the end of the show. What was that? Seb saying, "Did you say ketchup?" Seb's probably had a few drinks. He's actually here in Palombaro as we speak on his own. He's sent his wife away. So he is now scouring the streets of Palombaro for lonely old lady. I'm only joking. It's not like that. Hi, Seb. Good to hear from you. There you go. Hello from Palombaro. There's a confirmation. So if anybody is around Palombaro and they want to knock on Seb's door, then just walk down the main street and just knock on everyone on the left, and he'll answer one of them. What was it? Anna, hello everyone from Germany. Abruzzo is my homeland. Well, there you go. Hello to you as well, Anna. Yeah, so keep writing away in the chat boxes. Let us know that you are there. Enrica is helping us sort out our purchase right now. Excited to see her again. Hello, Michelle. Michelle was from a tour that we've had. In fact, Michelle, I'm going to contact you because I'd like you to jump on the show as well, because that would be a good story as well. So I'm glad she's been in touch. Look forward to closing on yours. Buonasera, everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day and evening. That's Deborah Henderson. I think that's Deborah from Vittorito. If it is, Deborah, Silvana passed me on your email today, and I will be responding tomorrow. I'm in the office all day tomorrow. So if it's not the Deborah I think it is, apologies. What have we got tonight then? So we haven't got Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials, but we do have. What else do we have, Tone? What do we have? Can you remember what we're doing tonight?
No idea. You didn't tell me.
Brilliant. Well, that's fantastic. That is what every producer should be.
We have a pre-show meeting, and you didn't tell me anything.
Is that what it was? A pre-show meeting? Doesn't every show needs a producer like Tony? What we're doing tonight, Tony, no idea. There you go. That's the kind of thing that we love on here. Complete chaos. In fact, it is a little bit chaotic because we only just managed to do a quick camera test for Enrica, who was running in to mum's house because her internet wasn't working at home. No doubt dragging along two little beautiful children that she has as well. So that was quite that was quite an interesting 10-second conversation we had just to check that the camera was working. Seb saying Tony rocks. So there's something wrong. And Deborah, you are correct. It's me. I'll be in touch tomorrow then, Deborah. Okay, what was I going to say? Autumn tour dates. The tours, just wanted to let you know, because we do have some availability on the October 23rd and 24th space, because somebody, and I'm not going to say who, but somebody accidentally got a few mix-ups, and we were waiting for people to come on the tour on September. I'm not going to say who it was.
Was it me?
But somebody made a few mix-ups, and it meant that somebody was waiting for people to come on the September tour, and somebody is still waiting because they were booked onto October, and some vice versa. So the numbers that were 40 people coming are now dwindled down to 36, I think. So we do have 4 spaces available. So if you want to join us, there was a couple of people that contacted me. If you do want to join us at the end of October, the 23rd and 24th, we meet on the 22nd, then please go on to www.ahomeinittly.com. This is making, can you hear this? Is it making noises, Tom? No, there you go. And then click on the tours page, go onto there, see the information about the tours, and you can book your space and you can join us in a couple of weeks' time. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? It would be absolutely fantastic. These tours are fantastic, and they give you the chance to view properties and also to meet people as well who's doing the same thing. So they are excellent. So if you are interested in joining that towards the end of October, the 20, what date was it again, Tony? I completely forgot. Want to buy, snap up the spots on the October tour. Best money you'll ever spend. Thank you very much, Michelle. Michelle's a great, but she's we had some fun, definitely. So yeah, October 23rd and 24th, so join us. If that is too soon for you, then the next dates that are available to be booked on the website, we have started taking bookings already, which is fantastic. Still lots of spaces, which I expect there to be because it's only October. But the 26th and 27th of March, 23rd and 24th of April, 28th and 29th of May. So go onto the website. You can also book those. Great time of year to visit because springtime is absolutely stunning. And we don't go past May because it just gets too hot. Simple as that. So book your space, and we'll see you early next year along with a nice group. Go around. See, last time we saw 26, I think it was 26 or 27 properties in 2 days, which was a new record, I think. So that was absolutely fantastic for all budgets, and that was over something like 9 or 10 locations. So it's a great way to get around. Just come out here, just take your brain out and just think, I'm just going to go and have a look. So that's what you should do on that one. What else was I going to do? I've spoken to Pacentro Pete today as well, if everybody can remember Pacentro Pete. He's in Bangkok. He's on his Schengen shuffle, and he's back soon. I think he's back next week. So we might do another mini catch-up with Pacentro Pete. He's been sending me some photographs of Bangkok, not dodgy ones before anybody asks. Very nice photographs from Bangkok. Tina, excited to be visiting Palambaro next week. First visit to Abruzzo, can't wait. Oh, that's fantastic, Tina. And Palambaro, can't wait to see you as well. Okay, what was I going to say? We have now, shall we do stunning photo of the week? Let's do stunning photo of the week. And I'm going to bring you on in a second, Tony, just so you can see this. So the first, I've actually got a few. There's one that I'm not very happy about, but I suppose I'll have to show it because the person sent it in. It goes against everything I believe in, but I will do that. Hold on a second. Let me bring him in. Are you ready? Sorry?
Did I send one in?
I'm surprised you didn't, actually, under a different name. Right. So first one, we're going to start serious. The first one is, let me bring this on. Here we go. That's a stunning photo, isn't it? That's from David. I'm going to just say David C. And that is, what was the town called that I was saying? What, can you remember what it was, Tone?
No. It looks like Sorrento, but I don't know.
It looks nothing like Sorrento. It's in the Cinque Terre. It's called Manarola.
Okay.
And I didn't even know it was called that, but what a great picture. So thank you so much, David C. That is the stunning photo of the week. And then it goes all downhill for me. Oh, no, this is one that I did. I've got to get this one on.
Yeah. You're bound to put yours on, aren't you?
But look at this one. This is while I was washing my car the other day. We actually got the first drop of snow, which is what day was this, Tom, when we got the first drop of snow? Was it
October 1st or 2nd?
It was last week, wasn't it? I think it was the 2nd. The first time I've ever seen snow on the mountains this time of year. I think last year was November, wasn't it? Something like this.
Yeah. No,
don't get me wrong, it lasted all of about half a day. But this is looking back. I don't know if there's any still left on the high mountains.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Is there? So, yeah. But where you can see the snow now, because a lot of people do ask, and they do say, you know, does Palombar, does it get a lot of snow and blah, blah, blah. And I wish it got more. In the wintertime, usually you can see the lines where the, let me just see if I can, hold on a sec, I always change, I know I would change photo, but you can see the tree line here on both mountains. And it's pretty much always like it is on that picture, but a little bit more, I would say. But very rarely goes below that. But that was a bit of a freak one because you can see how green it is. And where am I stood there, Tom? Can you remember? Where am I?
You've
no idea, have you?
No, I'm trying to see where you are.
Brilliant. I was washing my car at the back of Eurospin.
Oh, was you?
He's only been living. How long you been living here? About 29 years. But yeah, so that's Palombar. You can see Palombar. Oh god, I'm spoiling it now. So that's Palombaro there along the ridge, and yeah, this is where I'm stood. Is where the supermarkets and things like that. The next photograph, which I've just spoke, which I'm not happy about at all, has been sent in by David B from Australia. I'm not going to say what the B stands for because I'm not very impressed, David, I must say. And this is what he sent in.
It looked quality. Tony rocks. Is that Tony Christie?
Yeah, it's definitely not you. Definitely not. So a little bit of AI, I'm sure, that's used there. I don't think there's anywhere.
I'm sure there must be.
You reckon?
Sure there must be.
No way. There's absolutely zero chance of that. Then just to bring us all back to reality and the best side of things, because I can see David Nixon's wait. Can you see him on his little screen? Nobody can see you yet, David. Don't worry. Put some clothes on, please. Is that David Nixon from Currencies Direct is actually at a exhibition. So who knows what's going to happen on this? It's just something's going to go wrong, definitely. Anyway, that's Tony Rocks. And just to get back to where we belong. There we go.
Oh dear. Welcome to Benton County. And
this was sent in by Manette. Manette, thank you so much for sending this in, just to bring everything back to where it should be. And Manette, apparently, because you know Manette as well, doesn't she? She has a house
yes, very well.
Down from you, and she was brought up in Benton County.
In Benton County.
Yeah. So there you go. So don't forget, everybody, while you keep these photographs coming in. You know, we had lots of them before. It seems to have dropped off a little bit. But if you can keep sending me, and if anybody can get out and about and go and see, go and find a street name with my name on it and take a photograph next to it, then that will definitely get onto a stunning photo of the week. Okay, Tom, thank you very much. You're boring me now. I'll see you later.
I'm busy looking at the things.
Thanks. He's getting back to his job. David sat in the wings from Currencies Direct, so we're going to bring him on in a second, and then we're going to get Enrica lean on me, as we like to call her. Question, Dave or Tony, do Patreon members get to see the house listing on your website in the old format, or are they forever gone? That sounds so final, doesn't it? Forever gone. Da 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 da. Is that? Burst into a little song.
Oh, it's Forever Yours, wasn't it? Yeah.
Is it Forever Yours?
Yeah.
Anyway, unfortunately, at the moment, Amanda, they are forever gone. Are you singing, Tom? I can see you are singing, aren't you? What were you saying? Sorry.
Just a little tune. So.
David's disappeared. Oh my God, David's screen is gone. He just thought, I'm not going on with these losers. Anyway, let's hope he comes back. Otherwise, he's back on. He's back on now. Let me just see if he. I can't see any video. That's the problem. Oh, he's there. I can see him. Okay, Dave, I'm bringing you on in 1 minute. Okay, so where were we? Oh yes, yeah. Regarding these, are they forever gone? Can you bring that question up again, Tone, just so I can have a quick look? Because yes, Amanda, at the moment, if you go onto our website and you go on to properties, then it then sends you to the available links on our YouTube page. On Patreon, there are a number of properties that's on there that nobody's seen, and there is listings for them. But the other properties, no. But having said all of that, that's not a bad idea. So the reason why I haven't done it, Amanda, to be honest with you, is because it is Amanda, isn't it, that's asked, is because, as I mentioned before, we're not estate agents. We don't have listings like estate agents. And to manage an estate agent type website and and be bogged down with the emails that we used to have. I don't know if you can remember, but sort of 6 months ago, 8 months ago, people used to say, you're not answering emails. And with it, and the vast majority of emails you get, without sounding rude to anybody, are usually emails that sort of ask for more information. And you think, well, I've given as much as possible. And then I send an email back to say, could I just ask what kind of information you need? And then nobody gets back to you. And it all sounds terrible, but it is the truth. And we've been much more productive doing what we do. But I understand that people still like to see listings. So it is something that is in my brain to think how I can get around a bit. Amanda, as it is of yet, there are listings on there, but they're ones that nobody's seen. But I will take on board what you're saying, because you're not the only person to say it. So it sounds horrible, but it's time more than anything. But with the kids now on board, then hopefully that we can do that. Okay, it's time to bring the man. Is actually in New York at the moment. Here's David Nixon from Currencies Direct. Hello, sir. Are you ignoring me?
How are you doing? I'm all good. Good.
That, by the way, behind you is a bit of cheap advertising. We spoke about this before.
Yeah, simplify your global property transactions. That's what we're doing here.
No, it actually says payments, David, not transactions. Have you not read? Have you not?
Okay,
did they make an error?
They did.
How are you, sir? How's things?
I'm good. I'm certainly missing Italy, that's for sure. So looking to visit there once again in the future. But all good. New York's a little bit cooler than Florida, so that's quite nice. It's quite a nice time of year up here for sure.
Dare I say it's a little bit more expensive, or is it? I nearly died when I went to New York, and you being a northerner as well, a fellow northerner from Pew North, further north than me, it must be hurting a little bit to pay those kind of prices.
Yeah, an old-fashioned here yesterday, $25, but it did come with a free slice of bacon, so that sounds quite nice, but a little bit more expensive than your average gallon of wine in Italy, that's for sure.
No, that's for certain. I thought it was. We still laugh about it now. When you came over with an expenses account to take us out in Italy, and I think you spent about a tenth of that. In fact, you could have sent me the rest in the cash payment.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we sat there in a restaurant for about 6 hours, and when I got the bill, I was like, this is even €100, you know, this kind of like service and, you know, quality in America, probably, you know, $300-400 for what we had that particular day, for sure.
Yeah, we certainly did. We'll not say too much about what we did with the expenses, because your boss, I think, is sat to your left, isn't he? So we'll not say too much.
Yeah.
So obviously we're doing a big catch up, and the big news, because you've not been on for a while, we're going to have to get you back on in the next few weeks so we can do a proper chat. Obviously, you look after, just so everybody knows, you look after, or Currencies Direct, look after the vast majority of our clients' money transfers when they're transferring from dollars or whatever it is, pounds, dollars, Canadian dollars, over to euros, and looking after our clients very well. Thank you very much. Everybody seems to be very happy, and I think we've got the payments thing off to a T. Everything's getting to the notary really quick whenever it's needed, and which is all perfect. What I did want to ask you, just a couple of things, because there's a couple of products I want to quickly talk about, and also the new thing now, because in the past you could only deal with people from certain states. Is that correct? Now what's happening?
So we cover 100% of the United States now, which is fabulous, because as a company, we're actually very big in Europe. And primarily the driver behind that was that there's just so many Americans now buying property in Europe, particularly over the last 3 or 4 years, whether it's France, Spain, or Portugal. Or in our case, obviously, we've done very, very well with Italy. I think over the last 3 years now, we've probably dealt with upwards of, you know, nearly 1,000 clients now. So in terms of how well it's going, it's obviously going very well. But we have to service everybody in the United States because it's so huge, and there's such demand now for property in Europe because of the great value. And as you alluded to before, everything here costs so much, but that also gives people the opportunity to explore retirement in Europe, allow them to draw on their social security, and like I said, with very good value. they're able to do that and live a much more comfortable life than they perhaps would do here in the United States. So yeah, all 50 state licenses, no problem now.
Excellent, excellent. So I did like the way you steered away as to why there's sort of a lot of people from the US buying in Europe, sort of tied in with something that might have happened a few years ago. You know, I'm not saying that you were talking about somebody in a red hat. I've not mentioned anything to do with that, and I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, no, I mean the what's happened over the last few years is just crazy, absolutely crazy, and it's the same that happened with the Brits as well. Sort of a number of years ago, where the Brits got the same idea, thinking, well, the money is not going anywhere anymore in the UK, where everybody had money tied up in the properties, so they released that, bought cheaper properties abroad, and off you go. But so are you seeing a massive uptake?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, even though you probably remember having these conversations like in the last, 2 years, and we always talked about how strong the US dollar is, even the fact that the US dollar is much weaker than it perhaps was back then, it still hasn't stopped the motivation for people to, transfer money and buy property in Europe. So yeah, it's definitely something that we're very focused on. And if we stick to our lane, which is sort of helping these people with these really large transactions in the grand scheme of things, dealing with property related transactions, I think it positions us quite well, as somebody that people can have real conversations with about how to do it. I spoke to someone in Arizona this morning that's dealing with you, for example, and just realizing that, people are very nervous about sending huge sums of money to a foreign country. Sometimes they do like that support and hand holding, which not a lot of companies do in this day and age. So it really differentiates us to perhaps, banks or other companies like ours.
Definitely. And we've had a bit of a nightmare with somebody transfer. I know we've spoke about this on our live streams before. These cards that we all have that are fantastic, but people transfer in large amounts and it's been blocked. We've had somebody recently who we've had to cancel twice now the signings because they wanted to use the card. It was blocked. They sent it in different amounts. Then they got the account taken off them because they thought it was fraud. It was a nightmare because they couldn't speak to anybody, and that's the difference with you guys. A quick question from Michelle: will Currencies Direct be able to eventually offer a debit card for US account holders?
Yeah, so we do that already. If, for example, you move to Italy, what we do is we re-register you with your European address, and then we can allow you then to, use a debit card. So our European and British clients already have that facility. In the United States, we haven't really been requested it a lot. Obviously, it's a lot of money to bring out debit cards and all of that kind of stuff. And, the money that we make from them probably isn't that substantial because it's typically in that case small amounts, paying for your meals and things like that. Where when we talk about those companies with the cards, they come in really, really handy for those kind of transactions.
Yes.
What we're doing really is taking care of those, oh my God, like let's take a big gulp before we press send, because for us, this is a significant amount of money, whether it's $1 million to someone or 10,000 euros to someone else. These are large sums of money where I think people do require that extra little bit of assurance, especially when they're sending money to a notary or a builder or a third party, for example. So that's more our wheelhouse rather than, hey, debit cards. Well, there's a lot of companies that offer that already. Let's not try and do something that they're doing not quite as well. Let's stick to what we're doing really well. So if they need a debit card, we'll provide it for a European resident. But at the minute, if it comes along, nice to have. But if it doesn't, it's not going to really affect our day-to-day business for sure.
No, I think you're right. As you say, you deal. I think the other people should stick to what they do because transferring huge amounts with them is a nightmare. But the using them for everyday things and meals like that. And I know you've got a card. I've certainly got a couple of them. But I think you need that person definitely. Deborah is saying Currencies Direct have been really easy to work with. I would recommend them for anyone needing to move money from the US. So obviously we've got lots of people that say that about you. Anybody that wants to register with Dave, we will do another live stream with you at some point as well over the next few weeks. But anybody that wants to register, then please go onto our website, the www.homeinitaly.com. You'll see loads of pictures of Dave and me doing live streams and things like that. There's loads of links on there. It is an affiliate link. But the good thing about that is then you get direct access to Dave himself, and he allows me to offer his WhatsApp number so you can bother him at 3 a.m, which I tend to do as often as possible. Just a quick couple of things that I wanted. What some people were really surprised at. Obviously, the exchange rate's not been brilliant at the moment for people from the US. I'm just going to talk about US for a minute because it's not been as strong towards the euro. Just so people understand the kind of things that you can do. The two things that I really like, one of them, just explain how it works. If, for instance, there's a slight peak, let's say, I don't know, tomorrow some news comes out and all of a sudden the dollar sort of jumps up, but Joe Blogg sat at home didn't see that it's jumped up and they're waiting to send money out. What product do you have to make sure that they get the best deal possible in these strange times?
Yeah, so we have two options in that case. We have what we call a rate alert and also what we call a limit order. So one is a very, very stringent thing. One of them is a bit more flexible. So let's just say you're on the lookout for a particular rate. Let's just say you think it might get to a situation where $1 equals 0.90 euros, 90 cents, for example. You can actually choose to, hey, if that gets to that rate, I want you to go ahead and automatically buy X amount of euros for me. And then at that case, we'll just obviously wait for your US dollars to come into us at that particular point. That's great if you're definitely committed to moving money at that particular rate. What we also offer is a rate order, a limit, or a rate watch as well. So you can set up an account with Currencies Direct. It's completely free. And then if, for example, the rate hits your $1 equals 90 cents, we actually send you a text message, an email, and we give you a phone call to say, hey, just to let you know the rate is the rate that you were looking for, and do you want to go ahead and make a transaction at that particular stage? At that stage, then you can reevaluate. You can say, listen, not quite ready yet, but perhaps, hey, let's make that limit order now. $1 equals 0.95 cents. You've got a lot of flexibility on it, but that's all about capturing rates in very fluctuating markets. And the one thing that is very certain right now when it comes to currency exchange is uncertainty. So things are going up and down all of the time. And again, if you want to make sure that you are alerted to the fact that there is a good rate available for you, then absolutely we can do that for you. And we'd be proactive around that particular topic for sure.
Excellent. The other product that I think is fantastic that a lot of people don't know about in these times of uncertainty, because some clients have said, who knows if it's going to go further down, with the way things are going. I'm not going to get we joke about politics, but some people think, it's already at this now. If I lose any more, and I'm not due to sign until, I don't know, January, or maybe the funds are not released until sort of December, that kind of thing, but they really want to lock that rate in now. Can you explain that service? Because lots of people don't know about it, and I think it's fantastic that they can use your money instead of their own. So if you can just explain that.
Yeah, so if you look at these videos that we've done, and if you look at that, say, for example, 18 months ago, we were talking about a situation where $1 nearly equaled €1 at that particular time, right? And when we were talking about that, we were telling, hey, people, listen, if you're looking to potentially move to Italy in the next 24 months and you're absolutely certain you're going to do it, what you can do is lock in today's exchange rate for a 10% deposit. Now, the huge benefit of that, if you're definitely, again, going to Europe, let's just say you wanted 100,000 euros. So we would ask you for 10% of that in dollars at today's exchange rate. And then that exchange rate is then locked in no matter what happens to the exchange rate for the next 2 years. Now, let's just say you get to complete that property. You decide, all right, in a year's time, I'm ready to move. That rate is secured for you. And in that whole 12-month period between you locking in the forward contract and then fulfilling it, you can have the rest of the remaining funds, the 90% of those funds, in your high interest savings account, still in your brokerage account, still making money for you in the background. And that's really good. So let's just say, for example, you've got a savings account that has a 4% return on it, which some do here in the United States. Then you're making 4% from the 90%. You're locking in today's exchange rate. And hey, if it goes down further again, you're in the money. You've definitely made money. You've really gone out of your way to hedge the position in the market. Now, let's just say it goes against you the other way and it goes against you 2%. Now, you might be looking at it and going, oh, gosh, I wish I'd waited until this period now to lock in the rate. But you've also then made 4% by having your money in a high yield savings account or whatever that might look like. And because of that, you've sort of, again, hedged yourself against the risk. So that happened to a lot of people. And those people that did get that forward contract, you know, when it was way down at that period, I can tell you now they're some of the happiest customers that we have. And, you know, they'll be patting us on the back, you know, every day until the last day because, you know, we did that for them. So definitely something, if you're definitely looking to move here, you're committed, that you should look at, because again, there is a definite weakness in the US dollar, some of it by design, especially around like tariffs and things like that. And when we do a longer show, I'll explain the reason for that and why that might continue to be a trend. But if you are worried about it at all and you don't want it to ruin your dream of buying an Italian property, you want to know, listen, today I can afford that budget, then go ahead and do it. There's very little downside, as well as the fact that nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows what's going to go in the future. So if you're in a position now to afford something, you're in a position to afford your dream, don't let the markets determine whether that's going to happen or not, because it's too much of an important decision to make, you know, when it comes to your life in Italy.
And it's not that these people are paying any by using sort of your funds, so to speak. They said, so if I want to buy, let's say I think I'm worried that the rate's going to go down now, I'm going to sign somebody who's saying that both Davids look stunning. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Kenneth.
Thank you. Yeah, I haven't had a compliment like that for many years.
I know. And it took Kenneth to do it as well. So we've got so let's say I'm thinking to myself, I've got a signing to do in 3 months' time. I really can't afford for this rate to go any further now. I haven't got the money yet because it's coming to me in 2 months' time. Whatever it is, I can contact you. I can say, look, I need to buy 100K. You will ask for, did you say 5 or 10%? Was it? Sorry,
10%. 10%. Yeah.
I then give you 10K, but you block me 100 at that rate of today. And then when my money comes through in a month's time, I can then settle that deal with you and go ahead. And is it as simple as that? There's no interest from you. There's no charges from you.
No, it's as simple as that. Obviously, there's a situation where you might decide, you know, something happened at home where I can't afford that, or I'm not going to go and do that anymore. What do you do in that situation? So in this instance, what we would do is we'd sell the 100,000 euros back to dollars, and if there's a 50% chance that the market has moved against you, then we take that out of the 10% deposit. So that would be the only thing that I would say, which is why I think it's really important that if you're committed to move into Italy, you are definitely going to need euros. It's a great product rather than a product that you should just be speculating and might be moving there. So it's really for people that are really committed to the decision to actually move to Europe or to transfer money there.
Okay, excellent. David, thank you very much, sir. We're going to have to get you back on again. I'll contact you over the next week or so. We'll do another full show once you're back. How long are you out in New York? How long are you there for?
I'm here until Friday, so I'm missing a whole week of school runs, which I'm really delighted about, and then I get to go back and have fun with the kids at the weekend. So looking forward to that as well.
Brilliant, nice one. Okay, well, say hello to everybody there for me. Is Anthony still with you, by the way? Is Anthony still with you?
Yeah, Anthony's the main man. Yeah, I think he was promoted the last time we spoke. So yeah, I think
he was just getting a promotion or something like that. It was his love life we were interested in last time, if you remember.
They've moved in together now, so they are still together. Yeah, he does believe that she might be the keeper. So that's quite refreshing, right? That was at Christmas time, so.
It was, yeah. So we'll find out on the next Christmas special, and see. We'll keep an eye on Anthony's love life. That might be a new thing that we regularly keep in touch with. Okay, mate. All the best to you and your family and everybody that's there. And we'll catch up with you really soon.
Yeah, I love to Silvana. Take care. Bye, Tony.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
See you soon. Bye. Okay, guy, what a great guy. Dave is brilliant, and the company is fantastic as well. I'm waiting for Enrica Lean on Me to come in. I don't know if she's having problems because time's passing by, and she doesn't seem to be. She's probably hopefully she's going to come on, and she'll just give us a couple of updates as well. I'm just checking my WhatsApp in case she sent me a message. No sign yet, but we'll see. Have you got any? Can you see if there's any signs of a tone on?
Nothing,
You're
mate.
just shaking your heads. Nothing. Can't see anybody coming in.
No.
I can see a number next to where it says Q and 1. And if Enrica can see me, then just send me a WhatsApp message. But there you go. Okay, yeah, David at Currencies Direct, they are brilliant, and it's a great company to work with. And it's just that this is where you can make a difference. Where people say, well, I use this card because I get a better rate. The products that they have, and as Dave was explaining there as well, how you can keep hold of your money, put it in higher interest rate. There's so many different ways to look at it. You really need professionals behind you all the time. We all think that we're experts, and we all think, oh, this is going to be the best rate, and I'm going to buy it today, and I'm going to, or we think, I'm going to use definitely this card, this company, that's sorted, and forget about it. But then when they come to exchange the rate and they say, oh, I've got a great rate, look at that. If they would have maybe done it a week before or 10 days before and used a company that specializes in it, then they could have got themselves a really good rate. And that's the thing. It's all about having the contacts. I always say it, have your contacts ready so you can really use those contacts to get the best deals possible. So as I say, if you are interested in registering, it is free of charge. Please do it through the website. As I say, it is an affiliate link, but the reason why I say people to do that is because David, obviously you have your own account managers, but David personally allows me to give his WhatsApp number out to anybody that registers through our website using our affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any more. Currencies Direct kindly send us something, and that keeps them happy because they're getting lots of publicity as well. Keeps us happy, should I say, because we're giving them lots of publicity. But it doesn't make any difference to you. You still get the same rate. Any money that they pass on, it comes out of their own things. I like to be open and honest with people. But the best thing is I can say to people, here's David's WhatsApp number. If you're not sure or you just need that chat, then contact him. And as I said before, he loves it when you contact him about 2 or 3 in the morning as well. Which I've been doing quite a lot recently. Anyway, okay, so while we're waiting for Enrica, which things are not looking particularly good for her coming through, but there you go. I can't imagine. She got 2 great kids, Enrica, and I can just imagine she already looked a little bit stressed before when she was got to her mum's house, so she could use the internet because she got a problem. But we'll see if she comes on. So what I was going to say, a few catch-ups with regards to our Patreon page, which I have mentioned to you before. The Patreon page will be getting something extra on there. I've been talking about a forum for a while, and I've actually sat and started doing the work to do the forum. It's thrown up a couple of things for privacy, which I need to work through, and also to find a way to attach it for our members in Patreon. But basically, our Patreon page, a few people have asked why they should join Patreon and things like that, and I've had a few comments when I've done shorts on the internet. Patreon is there as an option if you want to. If you watch this channel just purely for enjoyment and everything else, that is great, that is fantastic, and carry on doing that, and it will always be free of charge. If you're definitely looking to buy a property and you need extra content when it comes to properties, if you need, for instance, our Patreon's got 2 agents videos today, so that's 2 properties that you've seen today, then they'll get early access to Saturdays as well. There is a cost to it. It is 14, it's a minimal cost. We do it at €14 a month, and believe me, once Patreon and the other company, whoever they are, that like to take a little bite as well, and then the Italian taxman takes a bite, we don't do it for the money, that I can assure you. It's a product that we can then spend time on to give people extra content. And also at the moment, there's chat boxes in there, and the chat boxes are fine, but if anybody wants to search through content and that kind of thing, then a forum is definitely going to be the best place to do it. I was going to do it on Facebook, but everybody on Patreon has asked for a forum, because within that forum then there's going to be different sections where you can go to. I don't know, if you're looking for recommendations, for instance, if you go on there and you want to ask people where's the best place to get car hire, or which hotels did you stay in, it's that kind of group conversations. So everybody in Patreon, there's 170 something members, I think, at the moment. Everybody will have that as part of their current package. So if you join that tier, as well as all the extra content, and as well as the early access at 14 euros per month, then you can get the forum and you can get everything else as well. We're also going to be doing something which is going to be, it's either 9 or 10 euros, I can't remember now, that is just the forum only. So anybody that just wants to join in with the chat, and this usually is probably people that have maybe already bought. I am going to set up some Facebooks for them that's already bought, but again, the forum brings so much more to it, because you can easily search. I know you can on Facebook, but not everybody likes to use Facebook. I think forums have more to it, and to pay back the 9, 10, I think, whatever it is, I'll say 10 euros a month, 120 a year. I've got businesses that are going to offer our clients, people on the forum, something, whether that's free drinks if you go to their restaurants, whether it's, I don't know, I've got a wrought iron company, I've got a double glazing company, everybody that's going to give discounts that you will easily save that back. So that's something, the forum I am working on at the moment. I'm hoping in the next 10 days, maximum 2 weeks, all up and running. It's just I've seen a lot of spammers get in there, and I don't know how they've done it. So I need to sort that out, because it's going to be a closed forum for members only. So once I've worked out a couple of things how to do that, so if there's any techies out there, then send me an email. You might be able to help me out. So there's just a few things that I need to just iron out. Then once I've done it, everybody on Patreon will be invited to it, and then I'm hoping that's going to be a really good community. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm going to send Enrica a message, because let's just see if she's very unprofessional this now. I'll send her a vocal message. Hi Enrica, I hope everything is okay. Not sure if you can get on, or if the link's not working. Let me know if you received it or not. We're still live for about 15 minutes, and everybody's listening to me sending you this message as well. If you can get on, that's great. If not, don't worry. She'll probably say I've not sent her a link. How much do you want to bet? And I definitely did it. But we'll see. We'll see if she said that she's not had a link. I'm just double checking now that I did send it. Yes, I did. Okay. So that's the Patreon thing. The forum, I really am expecting that to be a nice community, which is going to be great for anybody that's sort of buying here and a little bit concerned. I've had a few clients that's emailed me recently. In fact, 2 from Populi that have said, can you put me in touch with people from Populi, because they're coming over soon and they'd like to get to know somebody. So if you're watching that, then I will be getting in touch. Another thing that I forgot to say earlier as well, people on the October tour, my brain works like this. When I think of something, I have to say it. People that's coming on the October tour, I did send emails out 2 days ago, and I'm probably half a dozen people that have not responded to the email. If you are on the October tour and you haven't seen an email from me, please go into your spam box, any other box in there, take a look at it, and please respond to it, because I need to set up the WhatsApp group as soon as possible, ready for the tour. So please have a look. If you haven't received anything, then please send us a message and send it to the info@homeinitiative.com, and I will send you a copy of that email that I sent. Tony loves to keep putting these Tony Rocks on. Are you bored or something? Is that what it is? You just keep finding anybody that's saying Tony Rocks and just putting them on. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to let you know about was the as you will notice, we did it as a trial run. We put some Wednesday videos on, so that was a couple of weeks ago. I think there was 2 Wednesday videos. We wanted to see how they went as a trial for what is going to be coming soon. I'm hoping in November to start it, where we are going to start having extra content coming in on a Wednesday. Some of these are going to be agents videos that have been on Patreon first, and then we'll get put onto the main YouTube channel. Some are going to be some new things, including updates on things like updates on our swimming pool, which we're going to be, which I will be giving you very soon. I've done the videos. It's been a little bit frustrating. Things went a little bit wrong during the end of August. So that video I should have for next Wednesday. That's going to be out next Wednesday, an update as to what's happening there, because I've had lots of people email me. I do want to start doing some lifestyle videos, so we're going to mix some of that in with some agents' properties. And also, because the kids, I always call them kids, but our kids are older. Both of them are in university now, which is fantastic. But they are going to be, they've already started work in the business, and they're going to sort of free me up, hopefully, between them and Silvana. Silvana loves getting a few extra jobs added to what she already does, but it's going to give me the chance to do more video content, and hopefully at some point as well my son's going to join in doing that, because eventually, not now, for many years, but eventually will be a bigger part in that. Lily Bell is saying it's worth it. We found our place in Salmona. You did. You finally got you that place. Patreon member. But yeah, sorry, I've lost my place. You see what happens when something's in my mind, I have to say it. But yeah, so the idea is that I'm going to be freed up a little bit to do more video content, and that is going to start. We did the trial run for Wednesdays. The reason why we do a trial run is because YouTube's a very strange beast. So if you upset it and poke it in the wrong way, it can do very strange things to your channel. So you got to play the game, so to speak. And I wanted to see how the Wednesday went, and they both went extremely well, which I was really happy with. So we are going to go into Wednesdays. There will be an update on the swimming pool next Wednesday, but the extra content should start then from at some point in November. Even though November, I'm going to be I'm a couple of weeks away, but I'll tell you about that in the next week or so. Tony's laughing about. Am I saying too many things? Everything's just
it's just a blur.
Yeah, everything's just pouring out my head. I've got so much I need to say. It's because Enrique.
Ron asked about. He wants to buy in Sicily. Can you help him?
I didn't see that. Did you put that up? Oh yeah, it's there. Look, looking. Yeah, and that is we can help with things like that, because that's why we were hoping that Enrique come up. But I am going to get her on in the next couple of weeks, because she's fantastic, and it's good for you guys to meet her again. But yes, we can help. The problem with Sicily and places like that is we don't have the contacts as far as the estate agents and people like that. Feet on the ground is the word I was trying to say at the moment. But what we can help with, let's say you found a property and you think this is for me, but the agent's not getting back to me, or I'm not really understanding, that's where we can help in those sorts of areas. Whereas if you're looking for somewhere in Puglia, I've got a contact in Puglia. Obviously Abruzzo, we've got with the contacts that we have. Molise, excuse me, Molise, I'm working with to hopefully speak to somebody, because I found a little section of Molise that I really like, and that may well come. That's something that we're thinking about if I'm freed up to carry on making the video content, which I really hope that I will be. But yes, in answer to your question, we can help anywhere in Italy when it comes to the actual purchase, but there's only certain areas where we have the contacts where we can say, yeah, go to these people because these are great. But we can help if you're just unsure, or you just need that extra help with no problem at all. Okay, so I'm filling now. I'm filling because I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, Enrique's still not answering me. I don't know what's happened. So I'm filling. What else can I say, Tony? What else can I say?
Do a little sing song, I suppose.
Should we do a sing? What was that song? What was that song? That it was forever gone, wasn't it? Yeah.
Forever Young, it is, isn't it?
It's forever. Yeah, but we just changed it. You know, we just did a bit of improvisation.
Forever Gone.
Okay, so yeah, so that's basically what's going to be happening on that side of things as far as the channel's concerned. Tours, I've mentioned that to you before. We're going to be keeping the same format. There's a possible slight change of format for next year with the tours, some of the areas that we're going to be do, but we're sticking to the tours. Have been fantastic this year, they really have, and I really recommend anybody that's interested to jump on the March, April or May tour, because they have been great. People have made such good friends, which is fantastic, and it's just a great thing, a great way to see properties and things like that. Scott is saying, if you want to ask some questions, by the way, just on the off chance that Enrique may come in and I've prepared nothing else, I am going to touch on something I mentioned last time about people getting their ERV, their visas. I'll come on to that in a second, but if you've got some questions, if you want to ask, then please feel free to, and if Enrica comes in, that's fantastic, but if she's got a problem, join us, and not to worry about that either. So somebody just mentioned, what is the pool update? You'll see that next Wednesday. We left it off, I think we left it off just as it was going into August, and we were waiting for planning permissions, and yeah, we got the planning permissions just before the main August break, but then we had another problem at the end of August, but I'll let the video explain that. So we've not had the best start, should we say, but it's only a time thing, and everything's yeah, well, you'll see on the video next week. Kenneth saying taxes after the 7% runs out after 10 years is keeping us from taking the Italy plunge. Who holds the secret to paying less taxes after 10 years? Kenneth, great question. And if you find the answer to that, then please let me know. I think the main thing is, in joking aside, Kenneth, when it comes to taxes, if you want to put that question up again on the screen, Tone, just so people know what I'm talking about, in case anybody just jumps in. When it comes, first of all, you have to, I mean, the 7% is fantastic. So sometimes you have to spread that. Some people have said, well, I'm going to be here for 20 years. So if I'm paying that at the end of 10 years and that at the end, at the start of for the first 10 years, put the two together and it's still a good deal. The things to consider, the way to keep your costs down, is bringing your things to Italy, because things that cost is when you have things outside of. There's certain incomes, certain types of pensions that's not taxed. So if you worked for fire, police, and that kind of thing, sometimes they're not taxed. Obviously, you need to speak to an accountant to get to know better. But it's when you have assets abroad, that's where the money tends to, where you get sort of really hit with it. And there are some good tax schemes. You do need a good accountant that's going to help you through that. But if you can bring your assets into Italy, that's a way of certainly bringing things down. And there's a certain number of taxes that you no longer have to pay. The 10-year thing is great. The 7% is obviously great because that's on all income of any type, all over the world. But then you should consider bringing some of your investments here, and that will definitely change, especially if you've got properties and things like that abroad. In terms of taxes, I mean, I would say it is a little bit higher than the UK, but it's also not explained very well. And I'm still, I mean, I've been here sort of a number of years now, and paying taxes and paying, and there's things where I think, okay, I do the calculations and I think, oh my God, you know, what is the point of me trying to expand the business if this is the way it is? And then all of a sudden you find, well, it's not actually like that. And then you have a conversation with your accountant and he says, no, but that's not entirely true. And it's a bit this way. And then all of a sudden it's weird here. It's almost like the whole tax scheme is thrown at you, but then you get certain things off of that, certain things off of this, and oh, that's deductible as well, and this is deductible, and oh, you've just bought a new boiler and something, oh, there's a scheme for that, and there's a scheme for this. And it almost seems like they scare the living daylights out of you, and then all of a sudden, everything is detracted, and you sort of think, oh, actually, that's not as bad as what you thought, which is why I would always suggest a good accountant, which we do know one. His English is perfect. He's based in Puglia. It's our man down there. He's going to come and he's only ever done one. I've known him for such a long time now, Gianluigi, brilliant guy. And he's done one live stream, and that was it. He's the busiest man. It's just unbelievable. But great person, always got time to speak to people. So if you are in Italy or just about to make the move and you want an English-speaking accountant, then please just contact me at the info@homeanity.com, and I will pass your details on to him. But yeah, if you try and get your assets over into this country, that does change a lot. And there's certain investment. I mean, the investments now for rental properties and things like that are fantastic in the at the moment. There's some incredible, especially with the price of properties and the kind of rentals that you can ask for. So even if you are paying 20 whatever percent it is, then it's I can't remember what it is now, if it's 24 to whatever it is, for the kind of rentals that you can get, you take off that, you're still making really good money. And then there's some places you can buy in university towns and places like that where you're only paying 10% on rental income. So there are ways. You just need to be clever about it and ask the right questions. Definitely. Any more questions coming up, Tone? I'm still filling. I'm trying to think. I did. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention the immigration thing again as well, because I get lots of people contacting me about helping out with getting a visa and that kind of thing. Just to let you know, you can't get your visas over here. You have to get it from the country that you're coming from. We had a conversation about this at the end of last week's show, because it was something that had been going around the local area here. I've also heard it in another area, people saying that you can get your visas and things like that over here just by skipping the queues and skipping around the edges. You can't. We've heard it from the horse's mouth. It can't be done. And if somebody's saying it can, then I would be really worried about any steps that you make after that. But we can help. Once you've got your elective residency visa, if you're in Abruzzo, if you're in the Abruzzo areas, you've got your elective visa, and you think, but what do I do once I get there? I've only got 8 days to do this and not so much time to do that, and I've got to get this appointment. How can I do it? There are services that we do. Silvana takes care of that, between Silvana and our son and daughter, depending where the appointments are and things like that. But we can take care of all of that side for you. But you have to get your elective residency visa first. And I would always suggest, don't try and apply for it coming up to holidays. So that's Christmas, Easter, and especially August. And don't try and apply for it when it gets near to summertime, because apparently, so I've been told, loads of students apply for visas to come over. So between sort of May, or maybe from June sort of onwards to the big August break is a terrible time to ask for it. Try and get the early in the year if you can. David saying, how can we establish primary residence when we move and we are EU citizens? That's a much easier process, David. So as soon as you obviously coming over as an EU citizen, this doesn't apply to the UK anymore, obviously, because of the big bad B word. But if you're coming over as an EU citizen, as soon as you've found your the place where you want to buy, you can buy it as a resident, as anybody else can, as long as you're going to be a resident within 18 months and pay the lower tax. But then you just visit the local council, and it's a completely different, it can all be done at local level, rather than having to go through immigration and all that kind of thing. So it can all be done at your local council. You just take your European passport in there, and it's a completely different system, and it's much more straightforward. As I say, it's done at local level, so that is completely different to anything else. Again, we do have services to help people do that if you need it, but a lot of the time you can just pop into your local council, and hopefully they should be able to sort you out. It doesn't look like, Bridget. Oh, Bridget, it's a visa appointment time. This is Rob and Bridget. Great. In fact, Bridget, I'm not going to say it live on show, but no news yet. You'll know what that means. I'll be in touch with you the next couple of days. Hope Rob's a lot happier now he's got his kettle back. We'll explain what that means when they come on to the next show. Bridget, please let me know how that goes. I know that's a big one for you guys, isn't it? Because they're going to be working out here, and I think they're going for a sort of a digital. I don't know if it's digital nomad or a work visa. I think they're applying for. So I'm really interested in how this is going to go. This is going to be a big one for people that potentially wanted to come out on a work visa as well. So Bridget, good luck with that. Good luck to both of you. I really hope it works out. They're hoping to come over here and have a business helping people such as yourselves that want holiday homes, somebody to look after the holiday home and all that kind of thing. So please let me know how that goes. Let me know what date it is when you're going, and hopefully we can have another catch up with you guys. And you never know, hopefully we should have some good news as well. Good luck with that, both of you. Good luck. Who's saying good luck? Feroz? Oh yeah, I know that is as well. So yeah, good luck to you guys. Lots of internet good luck. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Enrique's not managed to get on. I'm sure it's not because it's such a shame because we did do a mic test and a camera test. she was all ready to do it, but we're going to have to bring her on the next probably over the next week or two, something like that. So next week I'm going to possibly do. I was going to do a tour one to interview some people from tours this week. I think I'm probably going to do another meet the home buyers or possibly a Maya Brutes or something mixed in next week, and then the week after is the tour, so we'll miss a week then, and then we'll start back up again after that. Okay, guys, so sorry that I was sort of blabbering on at the end, which I know you're going to say you usually do anyway, but that's very kind of you. But yeah, we had to fill that little gap in. Great show. Hugs to all. Hugs to all. Thank you very much, Kenneth. We'll see all you guys next Wednesday at the same time. This Saturday's video property is a fantastic, well, obviously fantastic property in Palambaro with a beautiful roof terrace with views that are just amazing. So that's this Saturday. Keep your eye out for that on YouTube at 3 p.m. Thanks as usual for all your support, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. All the best. See you soon.